Welcome to the Benzano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Megan, the deranged lunatic Rapinoe. Megan Rapinoe and the U.S. national women's team went up against 15-year-old boys in an exhibition soccer match. The U.S. women's national team, with Megan Rapinoe on it, got absolutely destroyed by 15-year-old boys. Megan, if you guys can't beat 15-year-old boys, what makes you think you'll beat 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds? What makes you think that women at the highest of highest levels can compete with men at the highest of highest levels when a high school boys team can destroy the women's national team? Megan Rapinoe is one of these advocates for men and women's sports. Megan Rapinoe went to the safe space known as The View to preach and spew her nonsense. After preaching and spewing her nonsense, Megan Rapinoe is getting destroyed for it, crushed, talking about it's an attack on women in society, talking about DNA tests. We'll just take some tests, make sure you're a woman, and you can compete. Megan, if these trans women are women, then, if the trans women are women, then they're going to be passing these DNA tests, right? Interesting. Not only is Megan Rapinoe getting killed by everybody on the internet, Steven Crowder is chiming in on the situation and making it very simple for us. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. It's an attack on women in society. Megan Rapinoe speaks on standing up for trans women in sports and weighs in on the negative impact of anti-trans legislation. In case you guys don't know, anti-trans legislation has no negative impact. It doesn't negatively impact biological females, and it doesn't negatively impact biologically males. It impacts neither of the two genders. It impacts the 0.001% of nutcases and the 5% of lunatics who support these nutcases, Megan Rapinoe, you being one of them. Let's hear what Megan Rapinoe had to say, shall we?
Let's just pull back a little. At first it was well, nobody likes women's sports and nobody wants to watch it. Or there was, abuse happening and nobody seemed to care. Now all of a sudden we're going to use a vulnerable group of people in the trans community to be oh, well, we're just protecting women's sports and we care so much about it. When the Heritage Foundation is now going to go after Title IX. So is it about reproductive rights or is it about just women's rights in general? We're seeing the rollback of Roe v. Wade. Marriage equality, I feel is getting put back on the table. That was settled law. And so all of these things, yes, they're going after trans people in sports and they're using this as a wedge issue because we love sports and, we don't want our little girls to be unsafe in sports. And it's
well, we love right. I think that's what people love. We love right is right and wrong is wrong. We like fairness as well. Ugh. Megan Rapinoe, if there were men dressed up as women playing soccer, nobody would even know who you are. Nobody would have any idea who you are.
Unsafe from who, but okay. Yeah. But now we're using this as an overarching thing, when really what we're attacking women. We're saying, if you look like this as a woman, you can play. If you look like this as a woman, there's a bill in Washington happening right now.
No, we're saying if you have a vagina, female reproductive parts, you could play. It really ain't complicated. It really, and it really just comes down to female reproductive parts, because these people are cutting off their you-know-whats and turning it into you-know-whos. So it really is, do you have female reproductive parts? Yes or no? Yes, you play in this league. No, you play in this league. That's going on in between your head shouldn't have any bearing on the cuckoo-ness, the madness that's going on in between your head shouldn't have any bearing on which league you play. None whatsoever.
now that's going to require all girls.
In fact, if you are so, maybe you should get some help instead of thinking about sports. That's just me.
Girls, just like full stop, to go through a sex test, an invasive, like examining their genitals to see if they're a woman.
Yeah.
And that has not worked out well historically for people to do
we
that.
know what that means. Black girls are going to get questioned more, and they're going to get questioned first.
Wait. Why would black girls get questioned? Wait, Megan Rapinoe, are you saying black girls look like men? Where are all the BLM activists? Where are you guys at? Megan Rapinoe just called all you girls dudes, in case you guys aren't aware.
Who's doing the
But
examination?
also who wants to subject themselves to
Yeah,
that.
and so they're going to see a pullback. They don't like women in sports because it helps us with confidence and power, and we see so many women in the C-suite played elite level sports. It's just great for you physically and all of it, but it's an attack on women in society, and I think
It's an attack on women in society. No, women in society aren't. It's almost like they've actually convinced themselves that these people are women. But I refuse to believe that people actually think that it's a convincing. Like after every word they say, they have to remind themselves, all right, say women. All right, say women. All right, say. It's so hard for me to wrap my brain around. Let's hear what Steven Crowder had to say.
I think I understand. She's kind of being facetious, but she's a stupid person who decided to go with the Where's Waldick outfit. I think she's trying to say that we're attacking women and women are under threat from men. And again, this is often predicated on the idea that it's a very rare problem, so why do you care? Okay, here would also be a quite a rare problem. Rabid porcupines in women's locker rooms. And we could even use the WNBA. I'm sure it's happened somewhere, but it's quite rare. Right? And so we don't really have an official policy on porcupines with rabies in women's locker rooms. But then Rapinoe is like, fuck your locker room, throwing in a rabid porcupine. It's just going nuts, biting a bunch of bitches. And we're like, whoa, we got to do something about that rabid porcupine. She's like, it's a non-issue. You're the threat. I think the threat is the rabid porcupine. There may not be that many, but there are more because now there's a whole bunch of you throwing rabid porcupines into locker rooms. We never had this problem before. We kind of have to deal with it now. It sounds to me like you're the threat. Hold on. Shot put. What?
Yeah, a threat from who? I don't know, the mentally unstable man putting a tampon in his ass?
Yes.
Maybe that guy. He might turn out to be a good guy, but chances are, freak show.
Yeah, I don't care if he turns out to be a good guy. I don't want him to. Go be a good guy over there. I think I understand.
Go. All right, let's see. But if trans women are women, shouldn't they welcome sex testing? Fair point, Saul. Fair point. Her soccer team lost to high school boys. She needs to shut the fuck up. Megan is a 5'6" woman that would be absolutely destroyed by trans people in her sport. She wouldn't even make a team. But men or women in female sports were created to exclude all males. To think women on this show sat there while Megan said it hurts women to keep biological males out of women's sports. What a complete joke. Get in the take of women! Trans women are males, which means men. Only males are men. Only females are women. They're not the same, and they're not interchangeable. Damn. Cheek swab. Sex verification is not invasive. A lot of people's opinions are simply not valid. The sooner you learn to ignore the fringe lunatics, the better. This person has a mental illness. Yikes. No one would have heard of Megan Rapinoe without a protected female-only category. Crazy. She's full of shit. It's a cheek swab, and you know what? Fuck you, you liars. Damn. Oh, Megan Rapinoe. How long until we just get rid of women's sports all general, right? How long until that happens? Until we have the NBA, and then we have the MDW NBA, men dressed as women, national basketball. I'm just asking. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, subscribe to the channel. That means so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.